Hey guys, so today I am doing a review, and this review is going to be on the Revlon Nearly Naked Foundation and also the powder that comes with in the collection, and that is the Nearly Naked Press Powder. And that is what I have on right now, so just keep on watching to see how it works and all the information and tips about it. This is in the 160 Fresh Beige. What's cool about it is when you go to the drugstore, they actually have a booklet and it like helps you pick out your shade based on if you're like a cool tone or a warm tone. It does have 20 SPF, which is really good if anyone is concerned about the sun or if you don't use any SPF on your skin. What's not good about it is that for photography, when you wear a foundation that has SPF in it, the flash photography basically, it just bounces back and then you look really ghostly and white, so that's not really good. So it does have SPF 20. I believe it comes in 14 to 16 shades. The price is about $7 to $11 based on where you go. You can go to Target or Walmart or Duane Reade, Rite Aid, any of those drugstores. My favorite is Target. I'm going to apply it on half of my face so that you guys can see how it looks and what the coverage is like. Using this Sephora brush, and this is the Airbrush Precision Foundation Brush, and it's number 56. It doesn't have a pump, so to kind of pour it out, it gets really messy and you kind of have to be careful not to drop it or anything because it's going to go all over the place. And do it on this half of my face so you guys can see I have only moisturizer on, I don't have any concealer, and just pour a little bit on there. It's very liquidy. And I'm just going to apply on my face. And I'll make sure that you always blend it in with your neck because you don't want to look, you know, kind of crazy. Kind of just like pressing it on the skin with the brush. So that is one layer. And the coverage is really, I feel like it's good and you can really build it up. I mean, you can definitely tell from one side to the other how even it kind of made everything. And I also put it on my eye and I have really dark circles, so you can still see the dark circles there. Overall, it kind of just blended everything, and I don't know, I feel like it's a good coverage. On this side, you can still see like scars and you can see dots, and I have a pimple there too, so you can see that. Dark circle is not as covered. On this side, everything kind of looks a little bit more smoother and better. So I'm going to go ahead and just apply a second layer and kind of just make sure to blend it in. I'm going to do the same exact thing, but this time I'm just going to use a little bit less. And I'm just going to go ahead and just stipple that on my skin. I have a pimple there, so I'm going to try to kind of cover that. As you guys know, I'm not sure if everyone knows, but I do have oily combination skin. So when I've used this before, I do feel like you definitely need a powder, because if you don't use a powder, it really, throughout the day, gets really oily. So I went ahead, like I said, and this is the second one. Overall, again, I feel like it's not like a very oily, but it's more like a luminous finish. I do notice that it does cover the pores pretty well and it gives more of a even skin tone. The part that doesn't have any makeup on, and this is the side that does have the foundation on, so it looks a little bit more even. I'm gonna go ahead and do the second half of my face, and then I'll put the powder so you guys can see. But it does get oily in the T-zone, so like right here on my nose, on the forehead, and on my chin throughout the day, so you definitely need a powder with this foundation. And again, make sure to blend it. I also like to kind of put it on the nostril area or any redness that you see. Remember, I have that pimple there, so I'm going to cover that too. So as you can see, my skin is more even. Again, I don't have any concealer on or anything. It did cover that little pimple that I had on there, and it covered the redness pretty well. I feel like the foundation is good. I don't think it would be good for oily skin, But I mean, I like it. I have oily combination skin and I really like it. All I have to do is kind of use the powder to go with it to mattify. So I'm going to go ahead and use my concealer and do everything else. But as you can see, this is just a foundation. It has pretty good coverage. It's buildable coverage. The only thing that I have to say is that I don't like that it doesn't have a pump, and I also don't like that it gets, you know, oily throughout the day. So I have the Nearly Naked foundation on, and then I went ahead and did a little bit concealer under my eyes just to perfect the look. And finally, I'm going to use the Revlon Nearly Naked powder again. This is in the light pale, or the number 20. So I'm going to go and just put that all over my face. I'm going to use a powder brush because I just like it better. And we're going to kind of just apply it here and under the eyes. This is mainly where it gets oily, so we're gonna apply it there, on the chin, and on the forehead. And then whatever is left behind, just kind of buff it all around the skin. But mainly, again, the T-zone, which is here, here, the nose, and the chin. So that is the finish of both the Revlon Nearly Naked foundation and the pressed powder. Again, I really like these two. I feel like they really look well. The only thing, it does oxidize, so you might want to get a lighter color than you actually are. If you have dry skin, this would be really, really good for you. For oily combination skin, it's not bad, but you definitely need a powder. If you don't get the Revlon powder, you can use any powder. One of my favorites would be the Makeup Forever Duo Matte, or just, I've heard the True Match powder is really good too. So any powder really that you're comfortable with, I would go. This is the finished look. I finished with blush and highlighter, did my eyebrows, liner, and mascara. So as you can see, my skin looks pretty good, I believe. I mean, it looks really flawless and good finish and very natural. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Again, this is, I believe, my first review that I've ever done. So let me know down below any questions or tips, advice, or if you like these kind of videos. I've never done a review, so let me know if you want to see more reviews of things that I already own. And again, that was the Revlon Nearly Naked foundation and pressed powder. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!